And it's just so many people that are evil don't even know they're evil. It's very frustrating. It's very scary. It's important that, you know, a dad talks about his daughter. It's important we remember people. We don't just shovel somebody in their grave and forget about them. I feel a connection to my ancestors, even though I don't know most of their names. Let's talk to Richard in Missouri. You're on the air. Thanks for holding. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. I just want to thank you for the great amount of information you've given me to research. And
please, no more thinking, as they say, dittos. What kind of dog is that?
Right over here on the other. Just a second, Alex. I got somebody at the door. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, my name and number's on the back there. He's a 7-year-old brown boxer. There's a picture of him there. Let me show you a picture here right quick.
I love this. Somebody's at his door wanting to know where their dog is.
I live the house or two away.
You guys still talking?
Just right on the other side of the fence, right by the storage unit in the corner here. So you're the closest one to him.
Okay.
Last place you're seeing, I have muddy paw prints over there.
Is he friendly?
He's very friendly. He sleeps. There he is with a 3-year-old and an 18-month-old. Like, he sleeps with her every night.
Hey, you want to tell this guy's on the radio?
He's 8 years old. He doesn't have...
I'm on the radio right now, so thank you. Sorry about that. Anyway, I have been aware of the problems going on since I was a teenager. I'm 56 now.
So you've been a thought criminal for a long time.
Yes, I have. I've been treated as such, by the way, many times. But anyway, what would happen if we were somehow to turn the tools of the NSA against them, and they were suddenly to see themselves on computers and on their viewers, them being...
They would call that criminal felony hacking and invasion of privacy and throw you under the prison.
Well, wouldn't that be great?
Well, yeah, no, that's the essence of tyranny, again, is that they can do it to us, we can't do it to them. I hear you, and I appreciate your call, brother. Hope your neighbors... what's your neighbor want to do with the brown boxer? Was he telling you that he had seen his dog had been on your property, or what's happening? He's gone. I want to hear about that brown boxer. I'll have to do a little bit of overdrive because I got to air this David Knight piece during the main broadcast coming up in the next segment. We'll do a little bit of overdrive and go to Jim, Tim, Kevin, and Ed if I got time. Man, I tell you, it's just we're living in the middle of incredible times. I don't want to hear anybody say we should be bored, because living is an incredible experience, even if it's tough sometimes. Renowned author and expert Joel Skousen breaks down the globalist plan to shut down America and stage a new world war.
In one day, America will go from day to night. And if you haven't prepared in advance, there's not enough time to prepare in 24 hours, even if you saw it that early.
Coming to the InfoWar in November is our new documentary film presentation.
Strategic relocation is a systematic way to think strategically in the future about how do I safeguard.
Joel Skousen, Strategic Relocation.
The freeways are going to be crowded, they're going to run out of gasoline, they're going to run out of food, and then they're going to start to go north and south of those freeways.
Joel Skousen is renowned as one of the world's foremost experts in strategic relocation and the securing of your home.
We talk about natural disasters, the health environment, we talk about pollution, the water quality. My personal experience about being in every one of these states.
Government is digging in for the organized, incremental collapse of society and world war.
The U.S. isn't building huge underground bases and bunkers because of some terrorist threat. They know that a massive nuclear attack is coming. They want that attack to come. Most people won't even be ready and won't be able to get out of town when any of these nuclear weapons fall, because there'll be absolute panic.
There is no preparedness without strategy.
What I tell people is that you do have time. Prepare wisely in advance.
This Christmas, give the gift of preparedness. Strategic Relocation, the film, with Joel Skousen and Alex Jones. Today, folks, in New York Post reporting, a old man, clearly looks like he's Chinese, didn't speak English, didn't stop their orders to stop jaywalking, so they didn't wait till he walked to the other side and give him a ticket. They beat him bloody and arrested him because they're just waiting for someone, whether you're deaf or mentally ill or whatever, or don't speak the language, to not do what they say because, well, you might get to kill somebody. But, again, the establishment's above the law. It's all about us doing what we're told. This is a criminal takeover. And you're going to find out, all you cops that go along with this, you're going to find out. You're going to find out. Here's a guy that, on record, bombed police, and, you know, his organization, the Weathermen, killed people. And then he got a get-out-of-jail-free card because Bill Ayers, on record, works for big major foundations that Obama's and Tim Geithner's family work for, and so they're above the law. And they get to have earrings and dress all trendy, and everyone thinks how great they are when they're monsters. They work for the big offshore banks to collectivize and break this country. And don't worry, they're winning. They probably will destroy everything. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Bill Ayers.
The accusation that to establish your society that you would put people in re-education camp.
Yeah, say it again.
That to establish your society, you put people in a re-education camp.
That's Larry Grathwell.
Yeah, Larry Grathwell, right.
No, nothing like it.
That's David Knight.
Nothing was ever said.
But I was thinking about our conversation this morning because, you know, I realized that I didn't fully understand. I still don't fully understand where you're coming from, but you know, the idea, I'm sure you're for certain kinds of things about government, right?
I want to be left alone. I don't want to use government to solve anything.
So you don't want roads.
Bill Ayers has a red star on his shirt.
I'm not a big fan of government, and I don't know why you guys would paint me that way.
Categorically denied.
Categorically. Never said anything of the sort. And Larry Grathwell, except in some fever swamp once you go through the rabbit hole, he has some credibility. What credibility does he have? He calls himself an FBI agent. He wasn't an FBI agent.
No.
He never called himself that.
He has no credibility at all. He was a paid snitch, and
but because of the violence, because the violence was happening at the time, because
what violence?
Bombings, that sort of thing. Because
you mean the bombings of Vietnam? You mean 6,000 people?
No, I mean your
killed?
bombings.
Oh wait, whoa!
Yeah. Because of yours, that had
Larry Grathwell was a Green Beret in Vietnam and then infiltrated these pieces of trash organizations.
Also, whenever communists and Marxists take over, we have necklacing, we have mass murder, we have
re-education. Whenever capitalists take over, we have torture, we have re-education camps.
By the way, he died last year. This guy calls him a liar, this sack of crap.
It was a war of terror where 6,000
American Revolution, they didn't do anything like that to anybody. You know, those guys are capitalists.
I want you to imagine sitting in a room with 25 people, most of which have graduate degrees from Columbia and other well-known educational centers, and hear them figuring out the logistics for the elimination of 25 million people. And they were dead serious.
6,000 people a week.
Oh, I would never
So when you talk about the violence of those days, I hope you're talking about that. About John McCain, the terrorist.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
Thank you.
But
that's all I wanted to know.
I think it was counterproductive to do violence here because I think it galvanized the middle class. I think these guys are right.
I don't see where the evidence of that is. That's an interesting theory. Where's your evidence of that?
Well, a lot of the middle class would say if we got people who are avowed Marxists that are bombing.
Where's your evidence?
Folks, we're out of time on this video. We're going to post this with my commentary that we just did live on air, but we're also going to post the full video without my commentary up on the YouTube channel right now. Or, you know, we'll air on the Nightly News tonight, then we'll post that tomorrow for everybody else, but it'll be at prisonplanet.tv at 7 o'clock tonight. We'll air that. But, I want to make some comments on Bill Ayers. I mean, by the way, the man he was talking about that exposed them and infiltrated them, Larry Grathwell, who just died last year, he never said he was an FBI agent. I mean, just Ayers is a lying pig with a red star on his shirt saying he's an anarchist.
Hello, this is Hank Hill, and I'm telling you what, you need to listen to Alex Jones.
Yeah. INFOWARS.com.
Judge, what is the secret of the universe?
INFOWARS.com.
Thanks for holding. You're on the air worldwide in overdrive. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, Mr. Alex Jones. This is Ed calling from FEMA Region 2.
All right, buddy. What's on your mind today?
All right, just wanted to give a shout-out that here on Long Island, we had the annual Save Long Island Forum, and we had some really profound speakers, Edward Griffin, Sheriff Mack, Chris Ann Hall, Miller, check it out, Charlotte Isabey, and even Adam Kokesh. Man, this was great. He came down.
That's fantastic. What do you think of your governor saying gun owners and pro-lifers aren't welcome in the state?
Well, I think he should check out communist China, where you're not allowed to bear arms. Yeah, I love how they always tell us that for everybody's freedom, that we should leave the country. No, how about you get out? Cuomo, go ahead. Well, yeah. So I just wanted to summarize the main lesson that I gathered from this convention that we had, and that's how we actually can take on the globalists using the system that's already in place, and that starts at the local and county level. And programs like from the globalists, like UN Agenda 21, they recognize that is at the local level where they're threatened the most.
That's right. We need to get people to run for local office and go to the meetings. Absolutely, folks. That's where the fight is.
And like Sheriff Mack said, your local sheriff, a constitutional sheriff, he can make all of Washington irrelevant through applying the 9th and 10th Amendments of the Constitution, the residual reserved powers of the states and the people. But that's what I just wanted to, that's what I gathered from it. Before I go, I just want to say the previous caller, or the one before that, his daughter Jessica, my prayers absolutely go with you. And your father, he truly loves you. And I hope that,
Absolutely. Empathy is the key to everything. I appreciate you calling. By the way, I didn't get to this yesterday. I noticed it's on Drudge. I should have. America's #1 prescription sleep aid could trigger zombies, murder, and other disturbing behavior. Ambien is becoming better known for triggering bizarre behavior than it is for treating insomnia. And remember last year, the guy that went into Walmart, maybe 2 years ago now, in Austin, and just for no reason was walking around with a gun and then shot the cop that walked in cold blood? It turned out he was on Ambien and other stuff, and his roommate would say that he would not know who he was. I mean, of course. I mean, as soon as I heard he was like a zombie and just shot the cop and didn't know who he was, how do you put that guy in jail? It's like the Sergeant Bales that went and killed the 18 people in Afghanistan. He was on a bunch of that stuff, too. It's just like, and they still won't say the drugs are bad. They'll put you in jail. And they're putting kids on stuff like this. Let's talk to Tim in California, final caller I have time for. Sorry to Jim and Jay and Truth Seeker. You can call me back tomorrow and I'll get to you. Tim, what's your take on all this?
Alex, I'm a big supporter, Alex. I'm a Marine for 15 years and a former cop in Los Angeles. Hey, all I got to say is I support you, brother.
Well, I appreciate you. What do you think about the state of the world? I mean, are you feeling the dread and doom like I am and everybody else I talk to is?
I feel it, Alex, but I think we're going to overtake it. I don't think it's going to overtake us, Alex. We're too good.
You know, I was talking to one of my friends last night. He said that evil people are freaking out, which they are, and that we're picking up on the fact that they're freaking out. What do you think?
I totally agree with that analysis, Alex. I think in the long run, we're going to overtake this. These global elitists, President so-called Barry Soetoro, I think all this is going to come out in the wash. It's going to be nasty, but I think we're going to overtake it, Alex. With guys like you and me, I think we can do this.
All right, be safe. Good to hear from you. Again, I'm sorry to the other callers. I'm out of time. I got a ton of stuff I got to do. Nightly news tonight's going to be very important. 7 o'clock Central, prisonplanet.tv or InfoWarsNews.com. And the free podcast and the free video feed and all that's at InfoWars.com/show. So spread that link out to everybody. Ask yourselves, what are you doing in this time of great challenge? What are you doing to unlock minds?